Where and what is Washougal, Washington, you may ask? It's a small town bordering the east side of Camas that balances benefits of small town living and access to Columbia Gorge recreation with its closeness to city amenities. Think Vancouver and Portland. Curious and want to know more? How about we see what this little town in southern Washington has to offer? Hang around and we'll take a detailed look at the little bird of Washougal, Washington with all of its oddities and attractions coming up next. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Scott Spiker and you'll find tips on all facets of real estate, regional living, area reviews, and the lowdown on interesting things to do and see in our area. I'm a home specialist and outdoor addict in this southern Washington region. If you have property to sell and you're looking for the best return, I have an unmatched skill set for a top dollar worry-free transaction. Wanting to relocate here? Let me be your boots on the ground to help make that process exciting, efficient, and stress-free. Looking to move up to the next level and expand your first home into a larger family-centered abode? Either way, let me help guide you in finding that Pacific Northwest next best place to live. In this exploit, we will check out Washougal, Washington. Roughly translated, Washougal means rushing water, and aptly so. This small town is known as a gateway to the Columbia Gorge and is also centrally bisected by the beautiful Washougal River. The town is quaint and the outer surrounding areas are beautifully rural. Washougal is located 18 miles east of Vancouver on SR 14. It has a total area of 6.3 square miles and the median age in the city is around the mid-30s. There are just over 20,000 people living in the Washougal area. The town's infrastructure does cover most of the basic necessities, with Vancouver or Portland only a short drive away for more dining and entertainment options. Washougal was incorporated in 1908 when the local economy consisted of dairy farming, logging, and manufacturing. Local area, early agriculture and papermaking had always relied on regional natural resources like fertile soil, dense forests, and abundant supplies of water. The well-known Lewis and Clark expedition passed through Washougal between 1805 and 1806, stopping at Cottonwood Beach for several days to hunt game, cure meat, and gather provisions. Other significant historical names include British seaman Richard O. and his Native American wife, Betsy Whitewing. O., one of the first Europeans to arrive in 1838, had sold several acres of land to Joe Durgan and Captain Louis Love, who later went on to found the little town of Washougal. Today, the Washougal Marina occupies an area known as Parker's Landing next to the port of Camas, Washougal, where David Clark Parker land squatted in 1846 and founded the first American town north of the Columbia River. Known as Parkersville, it was a thriving little community in the mid-1800s. The Washougal Woolen Mill, which opened just past the turn of the 20th century, was eventually purchased by the Pendleton Corporation. The Pendleton Woolen Mill, as it's now known, first produced blankets for American troops during World War I. Today, it's still the largest local employer. To see some excellent early historical collections reminiscent of regional days gone by, check out Two Rivers Heritage Museum, operated by the Camas Washougal Historical Society. If you are in the area, they are well worth the time and minor expense for a very personal and interesting tour. Between 1999 and 2009, Washougal's population increased by more than 60%. That's over twice as fast as the surrounding Clark County area during the same time frame. As a result, the city of Washougal revised a comprehensive plan to revitalize the downtown, attract new businesses, and broaden the economic base while preserving historic integrity. Reflection Plaza is a main focal point of the revitalization for downtown Washougal. It's a community gathering spot with picnic benches, shade trees, and public art. The plaza's central tower is the site of a historic well that provided fresh water to early settlers. Today there is a drinking fountain for people and one for their canine companions as well. Locals get together each year in the plaza for various community events. Washougal, by the way, has a host of annual events that provide entertainment, celebration, and community enrichment. Some of the annual festivities include Heritage Day, the Apple Festival, the Pumpkin Harvest Festival, the Firefighters Turkey Festival, the Christmas Ship Parade, and the Plant and Garden Fair, among others. Check the web for more specifics. Washougal has a pleasant mix of housing options, including older homes close to the city center and newer builds scattered throughout the region with long-standing ranches and rural outreaches. There are also some custom homes and tract housing in various subdevelopments. Many homes in Washougal have front row views to the gorge. For those happier close to water, occasionally something becomes available on the shores of the Washougal River, and there are newer designs all along the Columbia River as well. The area's regional school districts serve just over 3,200 students with 4 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 2 high schools. The Washougal Community Library is a cherished local resource of books, periodicals, and a wide range of community programming and workshops. No matter where you are living in Washougal, you are never far from a park, river, or trail. Angelo Park, Beaver Park, Camping Creek Park, and Hathaway Park are 4 of the largest municipal parks in the area. Hathaway Park is the biggest of the group at 15.8 acres. It sits on the shores of Washougal River with a popular boat launch, great for drift boats and kayaks. Amenities within the park include picnic tables, playground equipment, walking paths, a sports field, and a pickleball court. Sandy Swimming Hole is located at the upper end of the lower Washougal River Greenway and includes restrooms, picnic tables, a beach, and a boat launch. On the westerly edge of town is the Washougal Waterfront Marina. This is a widely used access point to the Columbia River with a 4-lane boat ramp and 350 slip marina. Next to it is Parker's Landing and the start of the 3-mile-plus paved Columbia River Dike Trail. About a mile upriver, you will come to Steamboat Landing Park, where there is a pedestrian underpass leading to the Pennington Mill and downtown Washougal. Trail travelers can run, bike, horseback ride, and bring leashed pets. A little further east is William Clark Park and popular Cottonwood Beach. Amenities include covered picnic areas, restrooms, and replicas of Chinookian canoes, and early Lewis Clark dugout boats. To the south of the dike and across a few hundred feet of Columbia River is a little-known Reed Island State Park. The Reed Island Park is an undeveloped Washington accessory that is only available by boat, which includes primitive campsites, picnic tables, and a short hiking trail. Reed Island supports one of the largest great blue heron rookeries in the Pacific Northwest and can be a great place of solace and solitude. At the far eastern edge of Washougal city limits sits Steigerwald Lake National Wildlife Refuge. Here you'll find mixed wetlands and riparian strips lined with cottonwoods and white oak trees. Many species of waterfowl and songbirds live and pass through here, making it a great place to spend an afternoon. Refuge trails are currently closed to allow ongoing work to reconnect Gibbons Creek watershed to its historic floodplain. As those valuable sanctuaries are being resurrected and new recreation trails are also being created, plans are to reopen to the public very, very soon. Golfers can consider joining Orchards Hills Golf and Country Club, a private 18-hole regulation course and clubhouse within the city limits, and a great place to spend a summer afternoon. Traveling about 6 miles east on Highway 14 out of Washougal, you'll come to Cape Horn hiking area. It features wide-ranging views up and down the Columbia. Further out is Beacon Rock State Park. This trademark zigzag hike is short and intense, with a guardrail-lined path to the top of an 848-foot riverside pinnacle and accompanying breathtaking views. It's a fun destination stop or a quick side trip on your further journey east. One of the other things Washougal is known for is their motocross track and dirt bike facility. Washougal MX Park Racetrack is set among rolling wooded hills and hosts amateur and professional races spring through fall. Check their website for upcoming events and times. Washougal's growth has been a driving force for entrepreneurs opening new restaurants and bringing more culinary variety to the area. Craft brews, quality coffee, and alternative menu choices are standard offerings in restaurants and bars. Here are a few of the current options in the area. Doomsday Brewing, our local craft brewers on C Street, where you can taste different characteristics and textures in multiple styles of brews, and a great hangout, toast type, or toast vibrant. Don't be scared off by their inside decor. Staff are friendly and the beer is cold. 5440 Brewing on Truman Road. It's a cozy place to enjoy proper German-style beers. And Northwest Ales, crafted to comfort people around their shared activities and interests. To try a Sasquatch Lover's Breakfast, stop by the Bigfoot Inn, Bar and Grill on Pendleton Way, downtown Washougal. Take a break with the Caribbean theme by visiting the Puffin Cafe, a vibrant waterside hangout offering tropical cuisine and cocktails at the Riverfront Marina on South A Street. For wine lovers, the Columbia River Gorge Vintners produce limited wines from their handcrafted, locally grown grapes, which are bottled on site. Open Saturdays 9 to 4 or by appointment Tuesday through Friday. Common job sectors in Washougal are manufacturing, healthcare, social assistance, and retail trade. The median income is just over $60,000 a year, including regional workers, commuters, and those working remotely. The job market has increased less than 1% over the last year, but future growth is predicted to push past 40% over the next 10 years. Travel to and from Washougal is mostly tolerable, with the heaviest traffic on Highway 14 happening during commuter hours. Weather out in Washougal is generally a little cooler than further west towards Vancouver and Portland. This is because the weather systems from northern Canada make their way down into the lower Columbia Basin, causing a bit more of a chill. Washougal gets hit harder than other parts of the lower basin because of strong airflow near the narrow mouth of the gorge where the town sits. It's a bit breezier here and a lot windier further down, which, of course, windsurfers take advantage of. Abundant green is caused by endless winter rains, but by late spring, warm weather combines with longer days, giving you more time to stay outside and appreciate your favorite activities like biking, hiking, and boating. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you want to be notified of new material, click that little bell to stay up to date. Stay healthy, happy, and curious, and I will see you